Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Ger, on the show this evening. A lockdown special building up to the Old Firm game tomorrow. It's man Mufford Bridge, man. Evening, Bridge.
Oh, evening, Oxter, and a big good evening to Fox and Terry. And a big good evening to all the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Right into these people tomorrow and win.
Oh, mate. It was all right. Calm as a cucumber. Spoke to Fox. And then the battle fever's on. the bellies went.
He does that to you. He does that to you, pal.
Oh, dear. Aye, the battle fever's on for tomorrow. How are you, Bridge? All right?
I'm cool, pal. Yes, very cool. I've, as I was trying to say a wee bit earlier there, a bit despondent, disappointed. Maybe disappointed is the word. But that'll lift. And I'm looking forward to getting a glimpse of that game tomorrow.
Is it no mixed with a bit of disappointment? Aye, that's a good word. But is it no mixed with a wee bit of pride as well? Because we've came such a long way, mate.
Well, I mean, with last year, roughly this time...
We were at the same period, the same time, yeah.
No, but we lost 1-0 at Ibrox against that German mob, and then we went over, by the time we went over there, they beat us.
We lost 3-1 at Ibrox.
Yeah. 3-1. God save us, what's the matter with me? And then we went over there, and was it 1-0 over there for them?
1-0 over there, right? But it was a big one.
So it just shows you. Now, we're starting to meet teams that have got a wee bit better quality, even if they're only like ourselves. They might not be well known in the big higher up levels of Champions League or anything like that. But we're a good team, and we've matched them in big chunks of both ties. We matched them, but they were a good team. They were a really good team.
Listen, did we play at the right times? No, we never. Did we play as well as we could? No, we never. Did we arguably have some key players mentioned? I.e. Tav, Ryan Jack, maybe even Hollander. Some people will say, look, but the game's gone. We have to look forward, kind of look back now, Bridge.
Yeah, absolutely, pal. Absolutely.
Well, we're building up to the game tomorrow, and the question I'm asking you, Bridge, now that Thursday nights happen, which is all in the background, would you like to go undefeated, or is the Scottish Cup your priority?
I'll tell you the God's honest truth. You've just mentioned the Scottish Cup to me, and I've heard it mentioned a couple of times in the very recent past. I've never thought about it once. Not once. But my priorities were the next game, and always will be the next game. And Rangers are playing tomorrow. Massive game over there. Come away with 3 points, Rangers, are as close to it as possible. Don't go undefeated. That'll do me fine. That's what I want. Obviously, I want to beat them, and I'd love to really rub their nose in it to that extent. But I just don't know. I'm quite happy. Next game, biggest game. Let's win it.
Here, mate. Here. I mean, it's always a big game, doesn't matter. No a bounce game when we play them, but listen, first and foremost, I would like to win the game. If we come away with a draw, would I be too disappointed? A bit disappointed, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I would like to beat them and just move on to the last 5 games and they'll go to my Ibrox and keep this one going.
Yeah. I would hate to go through the next 6 games no winning. I think it's absolutely imperative that we get our game back again, and I hope that our manager, I'm quite sure our manager is going to get the boys, bring them back up to the right level again, and then go out and face anybody at all and take them to task. That's what we want to do. I don't want to be going through. I'm sorry, pal.
Yeah, I thought I was saying here. I was tough on my cap to you, brother.
Sorry, bud.
No, not at all, mate. Listen there. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
No. I remember back Walter's times, mate, sometimes we won the league in the Forum dipped horrendously. I mean, some shocking results,
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're hoping that we just keep this run going and we get a wee bit of Forum back, And we played well against St Mirren. Ibrox, we were pretty good that day. Get a bit of form back, get the play back, the rhythm back. But we were a wee bit unlucky with injuries, Bridgman. Obviously, Scotty Arfield still doesn't look 100% fit. Ryan Jack's been a miss, starting to miss a lot of games, Ryan. And then you've got Tav, who's never injured, and then he's got an injury for the first time. And they're big players for us, these boys are.
Absolutely, pal. And you know what? I think last Thursday night there, the team we were playing scored two absolutely, really sensational goals for me. They really did. Two sensational goals, and Rangers couldn't pick that up. Obviously, we were already already one man down. Rather two men by the time they get the second goal went in. But what a fantastic free kick the boy did. I was saying that in a view from the bridge. If we got Tav or anybody, young Hadji, Borna, if they score a goal like that, ball into the top corner, they're just fantastic. I just love it.
Right. So I'm only going to tell you this once more. Look forward, no back. That game's gone. This is for the Old Firm.
Oh yes. I'm trying to look forward to it. Right. Anyway, there you
go. Well, that was fantastic news today, wasn't it? Stephen Davis has signed on for another year, Bridgman.
Ah, yes, that's right. I've been looking for that for all the time, and I hope it's a rolling contract. And then whenever anything happens, it's going to be an agreement between the club and the player, because he's really done very, very well for us. Nobody's going to. I don't think there's any Rangers fan going to say he's not done it for us. He's done it for us. Simple as that, in my opinion. And well done. And by the way, well done the club.
Aye. You know what I think of Stephen Davis, the man and the player? I think he's a tremendous ambassador for the game. Could be the UK's highest cap player, I think, shortly. And then, what a man. And hope he's got that 55th League Winners' Medal coming. Hopefully, might be coming the Scottish Cup.
In the Scottish League, I really think that Davis would be a really good candidate for Player of the Year. I'm not daft, because I know in all probability it'll end up over the other side of the city with one of those people playing over there. But really, he should be in the frame for Player of the Season. No controversy about him. He just gets on with his game. Brilliant.
We're just going to have a wee tribute to your Stephen Davis.
Sure, I was dreaming of old Ibrox, of her slopes and great grandstands, and I dreamed about the Rangers, the best team in the land. When my memory suggested of a vision bright and clear, of the strange things that would happen if we had the Rangers here. Now if the road to Ibrox Park way up the Shankill, and Ryan Loudrup came from Sandy Road, and Alistair Price came from East Belfast, and old Belfast became then old Glasgow. If the Rangers met the Celtic up at Windsor, sure no green flags at that game they would appear. Ulster's sons would never roll, and all the boys would stay at home if we only had the Rangers over here.
What can we say, Bridgman? What a man, what a player, and a great Ulster. Bridgeman.
Yes, I agree with you, pal. Hats off to the man. He's just brilliant. Every word you said there, I agree with 100%. Really brilliant. And I think the knighthood would go in well.
What, for you or Stephen Davis?
No, for me, for God's sake. Behave yourself.
I think you're sort of maybe just an MBE sort of guy. You're shooting for this stuff.
Well, you just said
have to be an MBE.
MBE. Crazy.
Old Lennon, he got the OBE, didn't he? Out before Easter.
I saw a wee snippet, I think it was even mentioned in Follow that he's in for the Aberdeen job, but I thought, no, surely not.
No chance.
Surely not. Should never have been allowed back into Scotland, Tim.
No.
Get him down to one of the non-league teams down in England out of the way, or Southern Ireland.
No chance. All right. So, big game tomorrow. Obviously, the last twice we've played them, we've won Bridgeman, which is remarkable when you think the run of form we had up till the 2 games, and now we're undefeated. And what was that? It's nearly 2 years since the beat is there. Remarkably.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just quite incredible. And Rangers have got a tremendous, under Stephen Gerrard will get a tremendous record against them. There's absolutely no way Gerrard's going to put out whatever team he's going to put out, and he's going to expect his players to get there and win. So they better, whatever was in their mind before, and they need to get rid of it all, empty it, and do it in the park and do the business. Simple as that. I make it sound dead easy, but it's not dead easy, I know that.
No, we need to do it with the right attitude, but, if we can't do it, like it's after the Lord's Prayer, because we'll get beat, mate.
We will indeed, and we don't want that.
No.
I want us to go out and end the season winning all the games. That's what I would really love. I'd love them to go out and win all the games for the rest of the season, and that would give us a what did Celtic do? Invincible. An invincible league season, and a double for Rangers. It's fantastic. I'd do me fine, given the situation. Brilliant.
Aye. And obviously you're looking for that MBE as well.
MBE, aye. And a wee knighthood for Sir Stephen Davis, please. And for what he's done, you could give it to Gerrard as well.
I think you can meet the two of them at the Palace, mate,
It wouldn't it be great just to even walk beside them?
Yeah,
just walk beside them.
Bang their heads together.
Aye. That would be, when the new Edgbaston House opens, I hope some of the players come over and introduce themselves to the fans and things like that, That'd be really good. Do something like that, it'd be really cool. Really cool.
And there's a connection between the fans and the players at the moment, mate. The fans seem to get the support, and I think sometimes it's people who are maybe not brought up in that, maybe or taken aback with it,
Yeah, it's the real, shall we say, the real. I think you might find that Tavernier, although he has been quite neutral in his feelings before, I think he's got a good idea what it's about now. So you might find that gets passed around, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Goldson gets offered a new contract as well and stays until he retires. That's what I would like. I think he's a tremendous player for us.
Anyway, we've been joined by Bob Jar. Evening, Bob Jar.
How you doing, folks?
Hi, Bob Jar.
Hi, Bridgeman. All right. I was going to come on tonight, but I decided to when I just heard your dulcet tones. Hawks, you're right. Let's look forward to tomorrow. I'd just like to say an overall picture of the season. I said it last night. I'll say it again. Rangers, you've been absolutely fantastic. Everyone of the playing staff this year have been absolutely brilliant. And we're going to carry it more into this game. Into the game at Park Eden. I think we can win them all. Although we easy, it never is. But I think we've got enough to beat them tomorrow. I wouldn't be unsatisfied with a draw either. And
Traditionally, you would take that, Bob Jerry.
Yeah, the word is optimism. Optimism for the future. Optimism for next season. I'm looking forward to my European nights again on a Thursday night or whenever, or a Wednesday night in the Champions League. There you go.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. In the Champions League. And that's still beyond the bounds of possibility. And so everything's optimistic about the Gers. Stephen Davis signing a year's contract. Wonderful. Brilliant. I think he maybe end up a possible Rangers manager one day, the man. You never know. He's got the stature for it. So, here's hope, mate.
You know,
on you go, Bridge.
I was just going to say, I had the pleasure of meeting Stephen Davis. We were in the doctor who used to be the Rangers doctor, Dr. Jackson. And
right.
he was over at Hindland there. He was over at Hindland with his wife, and I think they're having their first child, or their second child. And I got to speak to him, you know. My wife was telling me, shut up, you know. Leave people alone. But great. Nice guy. Very nice.
Gentleman.
Very much so.
He doesn't say that with you, Bridge. But
no, I wouldn't. That's funny you should say that. I've never met him that says that.
Well, that's it, Rich. I think you're an absolute first-class human being, sir. There you go. I can't pay you a higher accolade than that.
Bob Jerry,
you're having me. I'm embarrassed. I'm blushing now. I'm blushing.
If you only knew the truth.
I didn't believe these stories about him with the wallet at the bar or anything like that. I mean, you know, no. I think that's a lot of nonsense.
Well said, Bob Jerry. You tell him.
If I walked into the lounge and he would put a pint right down in front of me. So
that will happen. That will happen. I might not pay for it, but it will happen.
That will happen. That's exactly right. Yeah. So it's been a great season so far, and we can continue into the last half dozen games. So here we go. Hey ho, part heat 12.
Yeah, this is it. You know, I have to forget the European side of it now and just get straight back into the league.
Oxy's right. That's all been said. It's all, you know, it's all been done and it's all been said, and what happened and what will come out of it latterly comes out of it. I just hope that Rangers don't end up with the blame about it, but we're not going to talk about that. We spoke about that at great lengths last night, and what will be, and I hope Glenn Kamara plays tomorrow and plays a blinder. Great player, laddie. Great lad. Great boy. So
Here. I'm glad you mentioned Glenn Kamara. Well, Bridgeman, give us your team for tomorrow then. Quite difficult, isn't it?
Well, what can you say? I don't know if Patterson's fit, but I'll assume that he is. So I'll make the assumption it's going to be McGregor, Patterson, Goldson, Helander, and Barisic. I would go for. Let me just think now. Davis, obviously. Davis and Kamara. So it'd be Kamara, Davis, and Aribo. And I would then put in Hadji. I'd have Hadji. Wait a minute. I don't know if I would have Hadji. I would have Arfield. I'd put Arfield in. Arfield, Morelos, and Kent.
That would be my teammate, but I just don't think Scotty Arfield's it at the moment. Bob, yeah?
I would agree with you, Rox. He looked a wee bit off the pace on Thursday night. No sort of a quite return for the injury. I would put Hadji out there, right? Hadji's capable enough of playing against them. Or you might give the boy right and run out the ball.
You took the words out of my mouth, mate. You took the words out of my mouth, you know, but it'll be interesting. First and foremost, I don't know if Patterson's going to make it, so if Patterson doesn't make it, is Big Balogun going to beat right back, Bridge?
Well, that's been the default, hasn't it? He's went to him to assist. I'm not 100% sure whether he is right back material. He may have played there. He played there a couple of times for us, but I just don't know. But if we have to play Balogun at right back, then you're going to have to bring. I don't know. You need to bring in somebody with a bit more pace up the right wing to sort of get an out ball for him. So it might be that boy right then. It might be that boy right. I don't know. I love a Rebo when he plays on the right, comes in across, you know. I love that.
That can happen. Yeah, you could put a Rebo out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still you're saying the results are relevant because we're champions already. The result it's always the highest relevance against them. I want to go here tomorrow and win. I do, as much as I've ever done. There's no such thing as a meaningless old film game because they'll be trying to win. They'll try their damnedest to beat us tomorrow. So we've got to be up for it tomorrow, boys. Must be up for it tomorrow against them. Rub their noses in it, like you say. Yeah, I hear you saying earlier on there about the Player of the Year. Who could any of their players get Player of the Year? Who could get Player of the Year for them? Let's not analyse that. You know, it's got to be Stephen Davis. Well,
I think if you asked any of the pundits in Scottish football or any of the press in Scottish football, they would name the Celtic team. There you go.
Oh well, they probably would. I mean, we all know their points of view here. And look at that clown Stewart the other night. We're not going to didn't even mention him. But we all know their preferences there. But no, I mean, how anybody could see past Stephen Davis, I don't know, or Conor Golson, or Alan McGregor, I don't know. It's got to be something for Rangers. It's obvious. I mean, the Christ are the champions, and they took us to the last 16 in the UEFA Cup. Went out to a really good side. All right, albeit they went out in football terms because they were better than us. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. But Rangers have been the benchmark here this season. I didn't see anybody else getting the accolade of Player of the Year than somebody. Go to be.
No chance. All right, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I think you're right there, mate. But all I will say is, if we're feeling a wee bit sorry for myself, it's not a good match to be like that, Bridgman.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, pal. We can't be feeling sorry for ourselves at all. That's why I'm saying the manager and the coaches and all that have got to be able to give them the pats in the back that's required and a bit of comfort, whatever it takes, and then get them G'd up for the game tomorrow. I think they will. They just need some time to absorb what happened and then get it out of their system, and they'll come out fighting. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see how we line up tomorrow, Bob Gerra.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to think here. No, I would go with Hadji. And then I maybe bring the boy right on. And just so it depends how the game's gone. So yeah, I think we've got too much in the tank for them tomorrow. They're back four. You look about it, the boy Welsh and Ayer. And you've got these two, they've got a problem with their fullbacks, I think. So we can put pressure on them tomorrow. We keep that Edward quiet, we can beat them.
Well, do you think Edward's any good?
I think he's not a bad player, Bridgman. He's a good player, the boy. I mean, I do. He can be a wee bit lazy at times, but he's got a very, very good touch on the ball. He's not a bad player, laddie. I think they're pinning their hopes on getting an awful lot of money for the boy. So, I never know, but I think Alfie can hurt them tomorrow. There you go. There's a thing for you. Talking about Edward, I think you're on.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? That would be lovely, Bob Gerra.
Aye.
Let him get 10 or 12 goals out of them. That'd be brilliant.
Well, it's going to be that, but I think Alfie's going to hurt them tomorrow.
Are we all definite that Kamara's starting? Bridgman then, Bob Gerra?
Look, I think that obviously the manager's the person that's going to be able to give everybody an idea how he's feeling. He's got to get that out of him to see that he's all right. And if the manager says he's okay and he's playing, then we must go with that's been said and say we can't expect him to drop any clangers or anything like that. And when excuses, no excuses. He's either playing or he's no, in my opinion, you know. And the manager, and that, don't get me wrong, if he's not playing, then you only get sympathy for the boy because it must be a wee bit psychological stuff that's going on in his head after that happening to him. I feel very sorry for him, I really do. I think it's absolutely scandalous that all that crap's happened. But I really feel for the player. I really do. And the manager, may I say. And the manager.
Well, I mean...
I'll cut across you, Bob, Chair. We've been joined by the one and only.
Absolutely.
The one and only Alec Fayershaw.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, he was there. He'll be right with us. Carry on, Bob.
Clint Kamara, top boy, top player. He's proved it. That lad, he could play in any company. And there's ever to be surprised. I mean, here we go. This is hospital. If Gerrard did one day go down to Liverpool, I wouldn't be surprised if he signed Clint Kamara. You know, that's how highly I rate him. Excellent player, and I feel they'll put this to the side, and he'll play tomorrow. He'll be back in his usual position tomorrow, middle of the park with the job.
Okay, Alex with us now. Evening, Alex.
Good evening, Alex here. Bridgeman, Bob Ger. How are we all doing, lads?
How you doing, pal?
I'm doing fine,
right,
thank
Alex?
you.
You're
I'm
right,
doing
Alex.
fine, thanks very much.
And how's Wishy?
All the flags is out anyway, up in the pub and that. We're ready for another. Ready to enjoy ourselves. Aye. Initially, or what do you call it, the European game there, you know, that was a bit of a hiccup there, but there you go. That's what happens. I really did fancy us, but I must admit, the better team went through on the football side. That's it. But it's still a fantastic season. It's not completed yet. So we get a wee victory tomorrow and that. Look forward to the Scottish Cup as well now. So we've done really well.
We don't play for a couple of weeks after tomorrow. I can't get these fixtures, but there we go.
Well, it's international, isn't it? It's international fixture, yeah. And I know that Ryan Kent's in the squad, but I think he'll need to pull out, I would imagine.
Ryan Jack.
Ryan Jack, sorry, yeah. Ryan Jack.
I can't see him going away in international duty, you know.
No, I hope not.
No, I think that would be quite wise. I think his international career's over if he's wanting to stay to play with Rangers, because obviously he's got injury problems and that, and it's how you manage that fella.
What's your team tomorrow, Alec?
I don't really know who's fit. I don't know if the boy Patterson's fit or not. I've not an update there, but if he's no well, obviously Balogun will get in there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have McGregor, Balogun, Goldstein. Helenda and Big Bonner. Midfield, I don't know what kind of state Kamara's going to be after that carry on the other night there. You don't know what's really involved with him. How he's feeling. His head's maybe not there at the moment, and you wouldn't blame him for what they put him through, the fella. So I'm not too sure about the midfield. We'd have obviously Stevie Davis, and I would have Aribo, Scott Arfield. I don't even know how fit. He certainly didn't look fit the other night there either, did he?
No.
Maybe play Hadji in there. I'm only surmising here, Oxford. I've not really got a clue. And up front, I could maybe go with the boy right. I think this is maybe a time to unleash him with Morelos and what do you call it, Ryan Kent. But I don't know. I'd need to see how fit the other guys are. But even at that, that's a strong Rangers team to get to make a game of it anyway. Hopefully we get the result against them, because they'll definitely be up for it. And it's how we are after the escapade the other night there.
How would you feel about Zungu?
Well said. Oh, sorry.
How would you feel about Zungu starting them on if Kamara didn't make it?
Oh, that's a good comment. I know there, Bob. Yeah, I would have no problems putting him in there either. And this is the time you'll really see what these guys are made of anyway. So it's maybe not a bad call to get these guys in and really see what they're all about.
Good shout there. Good shout. Yeah, good shout.
It'll be interesting to see what the team is tomorrow night, you know. They've been superb for us, this group of players, Alex.
Oh, fantastic, man, honestly. Oh, I know we were a wee bit, got upset with the result, because I had high hopes of beating that team. I did say before it and that I thought we'd have won it. But there you go. Over the piece with the football side, I'd say they were slightly better than us. And everything else that followed after that was just an absolute disgrace.
Alex, they scored two fantastic goals, pal. They scored two absolutely brilliant goals, and we couldn't do that. We couldn't do that.
That's right. That's right. The wee boy did score the second goal. He scored the goal over there.
That's correct,
So,
yeah. Brilliant player.
He's a bit of a player. He's one maybe for the earmarked.
Romanian guy, isn't he? Romanian guy, yeah.
He's Romanian. And I reckon he had just quite pal with him, so you never can tell, but definitely they played very well in that. But as I say, after it, that was just an absolute mess went on after that. I hope the teams get the people about it.
We've been joined by Big Al. Big Al's joined us yesterday. You had Big Man. Come off a mute. Off you come, Big Man.
Hello.
Hello, how we doing, mate? All right?
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
What's on your mind, Big Man?
A few things. It's still raining here.
Is it?
Still raining. Aye. Google it, man. It's flood warnings. I think it's great.
The flood's close to you, Al?
Aye. I'm up top of the hill, so I'm all right. But I run about me and all that. There's a big lakes next to me in the estuaries, and that's all flooded.
Yeah. Are you in New South Wales, Al?
Aye, I'm in New South Wales, an hour north of Sydney.
I've seen it in the news, mate.
Good man. Aye. It's been quite a few days, hasn't it? I don't think Kamara will worry him too much. What we've seen on the park. I mean, we have to be made of sterner stuff. I don't know how you go about talking about a thing like this. I've experienced racism myself.
That's how we know.
Aye, I know, but I'm just trying
to take a step for the hit.
Look, I think he'll be fine. He'll be back. He'll be on the park tomorrow. I don't think that'll look anything like that.
I get the feeling he wouldn't like to be seen that anybody got to him that much, yeah?
No, I understand. And I think the club, and especially the manager, because there were a few things in the papers not here. There was a bit on the telly and different things like that as well about it, one of the sports channels. So I think, I'm not saying Rangers should use the kind of thing, but they should highlight it. It is what it is. The world's changing. The guy, whoever says a thing like that's a bit of a Neanderthal. There's other things you can say, you know what I mean? So I'll leave it there at that. Tomorrow, or today for me, I'm looking forward to it, but we have to go there and we have to... I think it's critical that we get a result again, just to keep our throats on their necks. Because for momentum, for going into next year, for going into bigger games next year, we have to go through things with confidence. And I think if we get that wee bit of adversity in regards to losing that game in Europe, we've done well in Europe. As the Bristol boy says, it's just gravy. It's gravy for me. We've got that 55. We're looking forward to the 155 now. So it's important that we get a good result tomorrow. And I would really, really, really like to see, even if it's a bridge man, but Morelos get a goal tomorrow.
I think that would be very popular with the support, Big Man.
Aye, I think we've all been waiting for a long, long time. I agree with you, Bridge. We've been waiting for that a long, long time. I think it's due to come, and I think it might be written in the stars. Hopefully, it is written in the stars that he gets a wee goal, or maybe even a brace. And you never know, maybe even a hat trick.
No. Aye, Morelos is due a bit of luck against him. Bob, yeah?
Oh, aye. I'd love the wee man for today. I'd love him today at any time, but especially tomorrow, especially against them. Alan mentioned there about putting your foot on their throat, and you mentioned there the boy who played with Slavia Prague, the boy Stanchu. I would love to see him in our midfield, because we're at a point now where Arfield and Davis, they've now got a lot of their career left. I mean, age is age and time is time. So we need to strengthen now to keep above them, to keep on top of them and go for 56. And this is the time. Gerard knows that. The coaching staff knows that. Let's get people in now or very shortly for to strengthen for next year, for to go for another championship or another good European run. That's our aim. That's our outlook. Let's do it, Rangers. So as far as
I think,
Forrest is
You
concerned,
can't stand still, mate. You're right, Al. Then Alex,
No.
when you go out.
Well, I was just going to say that it's a good point Bob's brought up there in regards to that midfield. I mean, I think we've got a very competent midfield, but I don't think the players we have in midfield have that bit of sparkle or that bit of magic. Now, looking at that wee player, and thanks for that thing you gave us the other night there, Ox. That was mighty helpful. Is that available again tonight?
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Just in case, we need a bit more sparkle. Ryan Jack's a competent player, but I think he's a Scottish Premier League player, good Scottish Premier League player. Stephen Davis is maybe coming. I know he's got that other contract, but he's maybe coming at the twilight of his career. Arfield as well, and then Glenn Kamara. I think Glenn Kamara could quite easily slip into that Davis role. I think. A wee bit more time under his belt. So we need somebody with that bit of sparkle, pizzazz in the middle of the park that players can look at. And we're not going back away a lot. He's wanting to push the team forward because we've got good players in the forward positions. Aribo, Morelos, that wee right looks all right. I don't know about Big Atten, but if he gets maybe a chance, we might see better for him. Ken, you know what I mean? So we need that link, I think, in midfield. So I think that's critical.
All right, can I just say, George, EK, if you're phone in and then speak to somebody. Things have changed slightly, mate. Just don't hang up anymore. Phone in and speak to somebody. George EK, the one and only. And you come, Alex?
The big George.
Big George. Well, he's not big as you.
Totally agree with the comments.
He said he was 6'1".
You're bigger than that, aren't you?
I am 6'3.5" or something. But he's bigger than you. Not in stature, just in height. Not in stature.
You're right, mate. And you go, Alex?
I totally agree with the comments there about the midfield. We'll definitely need to strengthen there. Because the players that you mentioned, although Stevie Davis is absolutely wonderful, he's got another year. He's going to sometime need replaced as well. Scott Arfield looks he's at the better end his time. And Ryan Jack with injuries and that, we don't know. So we're going to actually 3 midfield players down. I don't mean completely down, but we're going to have, what do you call it, to strengthen in there definitely. If we're going to get in the Champions League, because that's another level that we're going to now. So I'm sure, what do you call it, the management and the background staff have got a list of names there that they're looking at to enhance.
Can I come in, Oxy?
The two of you let Alex finish, please.
No, on you go. No, it's fine.
No, so I'm sorry, but I thought you. I did think.
No, on you go, Bridgman.
No, please, no. Carry on. Please.
No, that's what I feel. What do you call it? The team. If we're going to get in the Champions League, we'll certainly need to strengthen a bit better. We've definitely done we've worked wonders where we are at the present in Europa. We just get found out there, so it's another level that we're going to. And I'm almost sure that we do call it, they'll have other players that are going to enhance the club.
Bridgman, Big Al?
I was just to say, when I think a couple of times we've mentioned the fact about Arfield. I don't necessarily think Arfield's a bit of an age where he's sort of ready to get put in the box, you know. But I do think he hasn't cleared the injury. I don't think he's match fit yet, and that may take another few games to get match fit. And we might have to, because of the lack of numbers that we've got, we may have to play him. And the last time, I think he's got a good record against Celtic, getting goals and things like that. So I don't see any problem playing him anyway. But the manager needs to make sure that he's getting fit and he's not going to with any injuries that could cause a problem for him, because that's the last thing we need. Is him falling off again, you know. Sorry, guys.
Before I go to Big Al, that's a problem for everybody this now. You can't get bounce games, etc. You're all because of the COVID situation. So you can't get games to get people fit. It's quite difficult, but maybe you might be right there. Arfield just needs a run of games. But Big Al, when you come in, we've been joined by George E.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think the manager himself, there will be any room for sentimentality. I think Davis got that contract because he's worth giving a contract to, and I think that'll be the same with all the players. But if the manager sees a player out there that will enhance your squad, the other players are gone. I mean, Zunga, do we think Zunga? I don't think he'll be there next year. So there's a space opened up there straight. I know he's on loan, but you know what I mean. I think the manager's professional enough. There'll be no sentimentality. He's want his career and his profile to be strong, and that can only be enhanced by having good players on the park. So I think he'll be looking. If I maybe can see it, obviously he can see it.
I don't think it was better never stand still. Anyway,
yes,
better never stop.
That's brilliant. That.
Yeah, better never stop. We'll be joined by George EK.
All right, lads, how you doing? All right, Big Al.
All right, George.
How are you doing, Big George?
Hi, George.
Right.
Down, Marker, here, Big Al. You're the same height as my young brother. He's 6'3.5".
Is he?
Aye.
Is he as handsome as me?
I've never seen you kitten. I don't fancy guys either.
When I come back to Scotland, by the way, I'm coming to your bit for a couple of days. I'm going missing in action.
Don't bite. Welcome.
Missing in action with Georgie boy.
Amanda's just round the corner for George. I know. Remember that, Al?
Remember, you can sleep in his couch, Al. You can sleep in his couch.
It's a sofa bed.
Aye.
It'll be a futon. That'll be him already got me in bed.
That'd be a good sing song, wouldn't it?
That would be, I believe it, Marker. One night, we gave him pelters one night.
Are you far from Linda?
How do you know what Linda? I didn't know what. Linda? I didn't know. She stays
You
there.
behave yourself, Big Al.
I think it's
What's what I'm saying?
What's that?
You hear me, Big Al? She lives near Finishing.
Aye. Is she?
You know what I mean? So, she said this one night.
Oh, you
She lives near Finishing.
My boy's favourite farm space. As close to the gun as possible.
We used to do that as well. We used to, when we stole the car, we always parked it far away from our houses.
Aye, that's that.
Right, George, what's on your mind?
I just want to say, I'm over the other day there, man. I thought about it and I was like to myself, what am I complaining about? At the end of the day, we reached the last 16. And the usual is, isn't it? I've not seen any of them, right? Any of the rat catchers about, right? Since we won the league. Right, and then as soon as we get put at Europe, we get all these phone calls. I'm like, why are you phoning me? Buggies couldn't even qualify for Europe. I'm like, oh, man, unbelievable, man. Busting out the closet and I'm talking about.
Well, I've never had the experience myself, but I'll take your word for it, George.
Oh, honest to God, they're unbelievable, man. They really are. And
How they got your phone number?
Before that, they were because I know a few of them. You know what I mean? I used to kick about a few years ago. And it's like, you know what I mean? What'd you call it? What was I going to see? You took my word to my bit there. It was like, oh, Scottish. I wouldn't watch Scottish football. I'm not into Scottish football. No. They're all Celtic fans for tomorrow.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
They'll be watching.
Team like no other. Would you say, mate? Oh, you better believe they'll be watching, man. They'll be gagging to beat us. Gagging. At the end of the day, man, we're too good a team for him, know what I mean? And I swear to God, I think Kamara, tomorrow's the best thing to clear his mind, mate, to go on that pitch, baby, you know what I mean? And playing the Old Firm. There's nothing better, man, to clear his mind. You know what I'm talking about?
He scores a winner.
Aye, Mucker. I was going to say that.
Well,
I know, George. We're like two brothers.
Used to starting a wee bit of...
Green at the top bin.
There's a wee bit of bromance starting here, Alex. I'm getting a bit worried.
Right, hear my team.
Right, go then, George. I know Big Al's in it.
He's up front. He's my striker. He's my Duncan Ferguson.
Aye, I know Big Donkey. I grew up next to him.
There you go.
I know his sister and all, but that's another story.
Right, my team is McGregor, Balogun, Golson, Hollander, Barisic, I'm going for Davis, Kamara and Arfield, Aribo, Kent, Morelos.
So you're getting the team that started on Wednesday, bar Patterson, another go then?
Aye.
Okay, George,
I'm sure they should be up for that.
Okay, aye. I
And
understand that.
I think Arfield will shake off his problems, know what I mean? Because he always seems to do well in these games, know what I mean? And sometimes he'll get us a goal and all.
Aye, I could see he's thinking there, Bob, yeah.
Well, Georgie's right. I mean, Arfield usually does turn up against them, and more.
Aye.
He always turns up against them, and he has had a few games. But he didn't get me wrong. That was a class outfit we were playing tonight. They were tough and they were strong and they were organised, and it wasn't easy. I didn't have a good pick with anybody that really turned up the other night. It's a shame. But I will agree with you. Arfield does turn up against them. Aye. Oh, right, hey, Scotty Hard, every faith in Scotty Arfield. That's his fitness level. But if I get a new route on the Mora and maybe put Hadji in there, yeah, we can go along with that. I mean, at the end of the day, we're playing a team in the Mora. I wasn't in the class of that we were playing on Thursday night, so I'm optimistic.
Yeah, correct.
Here you go.
And you come, Bridgeman?
I think we talked about the team not that long ago, and I think that I think the team that's been picked as a winner. I thought, but I still think Patterson will be available, and therefore Balogun.
Bridgeman, can I come in? Bridge,
yes, of course.
Because I think Balogun's honestly, he's the weak link at right back. He is, man. There's no doubt about it. I just think he's a bit gangly. Milk turns quicker than him. Not what I mean. Let's be honest about it.
I still think I don't know whether the manager, even if Patterson is fit, I don't know whether the manager will bring Helander back or whether he'll give Balogun another run. I don't think Balogun covered himself in glory the other night, but he's a Rangers player. I'm supporting him.
That'll be interesting. To see what the team is, Alex.
The team George says is quite good. If they're all fit and that, no problem, then that's quite a good team. It just depends on who's all available. As I say, I hope Kamara is fit and ready to go, because he's certainly a special talent.
See if that big baldy Brown says anything, he'll get broken legs.
Oh,
he'll not say nothing. See, they're quite truthful. They're minor detail to me. All their fans and all that. They're just coming out the woodwork, he says, George. But that's the bottom line. This is a being all for them tomorrow. But if Rangers turn up and play and get back, we'll beat them. But it's just how we go in the day. Let's see how we go in the day. That's what it's all about.
Alex, you know, if we beat them tomorrow, we go 23 points clear of them. Incredible.
Unbelievable.
I think we're missing a trick. I think we should go to Pittodrie to watch attacking football. That's the way to go, innit?
Oh dear.
One goal in 10 games. 1 goal in 10 games. Fox scores more regular than that.
Can I come in there, Ox?
Yes, Bob.
What I'm thinking about the Mora is this, and we've seen it so many times, that when you win a championship, that you do tend to lose your... Do you ever remember a game when we played them at Hampden, they beat us 3-0? And Loudrup couldn't be bothered. I'm not playing Brian Loudrup, was fabulous.
It was the weekend we signed Gaza. Actually, they signed Gaza. It was announced that day.
That's right. Well, you do tend to lose your momentum. I didn't want that to happen tomorrow. I want Rangers to come out here tomorrow with the same attitude of the whole season. Just be galvanised, be strong, and go for it and beat them tomorrow. And as Vinceman says, get 23 points in front of them. That's a hell of a chasm for them, for their Terry Monroe season. So I'm up for it. And I think every teddy bear's up for it, and I hope Stevie G and the boys are up for it. Come on,
Terry Monroe season, that's fantastic.
Oh dear. That guy's still looking for my work. Terry Monroe for me. Oh dear. We'll go to laugh, George, aren't we?
You don't laugh, you greet, and I don't do that greeting, so just keep a laughing going.
Yeah.
Great statement. Brilliant statement.
Who's your player of the season, George?
Stephen Davis, mate.
Stephen Davis. Bob, who's your player?
Well, I did the 3-2-1, but as I say, it's Stephen Davis for me.
All right. Is that poll been made official that you done up?
It's not finished yet, mate. It's not finished.
You still not finished it?
No, we'll get it going Monday. I'm just going to count now that you've mentioned it. 1, 2, 3.
Who's yours, Big Al?
McGregor.
Oh, well. Aye,
He's got the same nickname as me, Shagger. I like that, Bob. Hey, I better watch what I'm saying. I better go and shut the bedroom door.
She'll start laughing at you.
No, she'll come. Aye, precisely. She'll come out and boot the crap at me. Oh, you want to meet the missus, George? Big Maori woman.
Oh, all right. They don't mess about there, eh?
Oh, no, they do not. I'm over and done with in about 4 minutes.
I bet you've been on the canvas a few times.
Oh, well, I've got silk sheets, no canvas sheets.
All right.
George should have got on with these silk sheets. He keeps sliding after.
No, he'd be sliding on a place on the futon.
Yeah, I got a rug delivered the other day, and see when I was doing it, right, it's called a Da Vinci, right? And I was looking out, man. I see this came. This was 479 knicker, right? It's me on the carpet. The guy delivered to my door. I thought it was that guy. It was the Rangers radio. Rangers' strongest man. I mean, he was a big, huge guy, man. About 6'5". I went like that. He was standing there end of the landing. I was like, he was laughing. I was like, what's he laughing? And I looked into the rug. I was like, I must have measured the wrong size, man. It was just full size of the landing. I she put it on my shooter. I could only put it in the hole. I can't move any bit else.
Does it fly? Are you like Aladdin?
I wish it did.
And Domarnock's joined this evening, Domarnock.
Good evening, lads. What's happening with George News? Is it carpets now instead of couches?
Oh, mate,
it's not happening, mate. It's not happening.
You know what happens? Domarnock better never stops.
Castor rugs?
It's not. It's called a Da Vinci. It's a pure bumper.
Oh,
the whole thing is, I don't think it'll fit my living room.
Going to have to take a wall out to get the rug in.
That's in the garden.
I will be.
Maybe
a man cave.
Maybe Amanda will chat about the cut of the carpet, have you, George?
Nah, you're all right, mate.
On you go, Domarnock. The floor's yours.
She's a good lass, and you aren't to be honest about it. No, I mean, she's a bear.
Brand new match.
When you come, Domarnock, the floor's yours.
Aye, lads, just got to give my team for tomorrow. Just McGregor, I think. Might throw in Big John, who knows, but I think McGregor will be choking to play, wouldn't he? But I wouldn't be disappointed with Big John getting a run out of one of these games. Patterson, Helander, Golson and Barisic with my back four. Davis, Kamara and Arfield. Again, I don't think Kamara had any issues about playing tomorrow, or anything for that fact. And I think reading Gerrard was trying to shout at me on Thursday night, and Kamara's like, no, I'm staying on. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I read. And Aribo, Morelos and Kent up front. And just get a wee win going, know what I mean? I don't know. Kent hates him, doesn't he? Kent hates him as much as the rest is.
Aye.
He can't stand him.
And he'll be right up for it. I'd love to go undefeated to the end of the season and just ram that Invincibles right down their throat as well. Because it was a sham, you know what I mean? It was an absolute, like 8.5 titles. It's a complete sham.
Domarnock, have you voted for the player of the year?
I haven't, no.
Right, go on then.
Reverse order.
Yes.
Who have we got? Tav, third place, I think, because his consistency kind of fell away, didn't it? I'll go for Golston, number 2, and I'll go for Davis, number 1. As much as Golston's been great, he's always got that kind of mistake in him, hasn't he? He's always got that. He thinks he's better than he's a good player, but sometimes he thinks he's a world superstar, and his concentration goes away rather than just keeping it simple sometimes. And I think Davis has been more consistent early the season. I think plus his age, and he's been up for Davis. He's been all these last few games to get that title, to get that 55. Davis has been in about everything. So Davis is my number 1 for player of the season.
Well said, mate. Well said. Were you pleased when he got the new contract today?
Aye, deserves it. The amount of running he's doing at the end of the game is unbelievable. It's just his fitness, know what I mean? Well deserves it. But I think, Big Al was saying earlier on, we really need to look at our midfield. We need to strengthen for getting at this Champions League. Again, we've came up a couple of good teams in Europe who've put us to the sword, essentially. So we do need players up a level. So hopefully we'll supplement the existing squad and get rid of some of the ones that we've got that just aren't going to make it when we're at this last 16 level, Champions League level.
Yeah, well said, mate. Alex, better never stops. You've got to keep improving.
That's what it's about. I agree with Delmarnock there. That's it. You've just got to get better players in. Unfortunately, the guys that's been there the now, they've done absolutely wonderful. But if we're going to another level, you can see what it's like there with the quality. I'm not saying a great deal, but 1 or 2 players would definitely enhance the team. I'm talking about guys that can get right into the team.
Well said, mate.
What's your expectations for the Champions League?
Want to qualify anyway.
But they get in it first, Alan.
I think qualifying and have a just say we qualify, we get into the group stages, we didn't come last on the table.
If we get into the Champions League, mate, and we come away with say 5 points, it wouldn't be a disaster. It wouldn't be great, even if you could maybe sneak 3rd place in a group. Obviously, you want to win every game, yeah, of course we do. But if we're being realistic, if we get into the Champions League, competed in the games and finished 3rd in the group, and then we're still in Europe after Christmas, it's all gravy, to coin a phrase.
Yes.
What about a scenario there? What happens if we play that Slavia Prague? What happens if we to meet them?
Well, that would be a good game if the crowd was there, wouldn't it?
Honestly, Christ, imagine getting out of Prague the way it is, you know. Oh.
They put the price of beer up there, I heard.
Aye.
That player played against Scotland, didn't he? At Hampden, the 1-0 win. He played. That check.
Oh, that'll come back to him. Karma's a bitch, isn't it? I'm a great believer in karma. That'll come back to him. Some player will get him. You'll not hear much of him. You'll hear more of Glenn Kamara in the future than we'll ever hear of that player.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I don't understand? They've got blacks in their team. What did they think about it?
Right, it's a cultural thing over there. I notice it here. There's a lot of Central Europeans here, and I do notice it with them. There is a, but that's just what it is. It's just what it is. But I think Glenn Kamara's, we'll hear of him like Bob Jer says. I don't know if he'll go to Liverpool, but I think we'll be looking at Glenn Kamara as a better player than other teams, and I think what the good thing about that is he'll always look back on his time with Glasgow Rangers as maybe the making of him, and he's a friend of the club in the future. And that's building that relationship and rapport. And go yourself, Glenn Kamara. What was that film you were in, Bridge? We are all Spartacus.
We're Spartacus, aye.
I remember you were the lead. You look a wee bit like him, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Douglas. I spent him, Jim.
Who was it? Well,
And
back
he's
then,
coughing.
no, no, but when yeah.
It wasn't Michael Douglas, it was Michael Crawford.
Is that no Jimmy?
Some others do have them with Jimmy, you know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you were in Phantom of the Opera.
A long time ago. Dear. That's better
Is
than
Jimmy?
that time.
Yes, big man. Before we go, yeah.
Is Jimmy all right? I've not heard from him.
I was on, and I believe he was on. He was on last. Was it last night? He's been on, and he's on the show next week, mate. He's on the show next week, yeah.
Good.
I spoke to him the
Jimmy.
other day, mate. I spoke to him the other day. Well, Bridgeman, we've reached that time. I'm going to get around the panel, get a wee shout out for everybody for taking the time to join us. The man up first. Go on then, the man up.
2-0 for us tomorrow. Hopefully Alfredo Morelos and Kent. A wee bit of magic between the two. If they two click, they're toast. So onwards and upwards, know what I mean? We are the people. Let's go.
Speak to you tomorrow, big man, yeah?
Sorry?
We'll speak to you tomorrow after we win, hopefully, yeah?
Yep, hopefully.
Bob, yeah?
I think Rangers will win 2-1 tomorrow. And my take on sex is that you better wear chicken supper. It'll last longer.
George?
I'm going for 3-1 to the Gers.
Yeah, that'll do me. Alex?
I think it'll be Bridgeman 1-0.
Oh, here. Big Al?
No predictions, and I hope George's carpet sees a bit of action tomorrow night.
That's a prediction, Al.
Aye. Oh, well. A prediction in football.
Aye. Right, it's been a pleasure. Bridgeman, over to you, mate.
You take care, Big Al.
Thank you.
Bridgeman? Come on, Bridge.
What can I say, boys? That was fantastic. Great part. Big Al's on form. Brilliant. George as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Big Al gets on and goes to stay with Georgia with his first couch. It's fantastic, wasn't it? Oh, listen, can I just say I'm going for a 1-0 tomorrow, obviously, and I hope that Morelos scores a hat-trick. There you go. I just hope it all happens for us tomorrow because we deserve it. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, keep it going for the Rangers and go out and hammer this mob tomorrow. Hammer them. Keep it going. Come on.
Here. Can I thank you boys for joining us? Thanks Fox and Old School Blue for putting on the show. Without them there wouldn't be any show. Just want to a wee shout out to another bear who done a great deed for a family who maybe needs it more than other people. I'll just say, AK, thanks very much, mate, for the gesture. It was much appreciated by all the family, and I hope you've seen the photographs that were posted on Facebook. Thanks for doing that. Really nice thing. Thanks for all the boys for joining us on the call. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock with a Battle Fever on. Take it away, Old School Blue.